Okay. Okay. Hi, everybody. So my name is Mahmood. I'm one of the specialty doctors in cardiology at Royal Free Hospital, and and can everybody introduce themselves? If everybody could introduce themselves, that would be great. Yeah. Can everybody introduce themselves, please?
Hi, my name is Min. I'm currently doing post-CCT fellow at Southern University Hospital for Intervention Cardiology.
Very good. Brilliant. Who else is here?
Hi, my name's Amr, cardiology ST6 registrar in London, but just doing taking time out to do research currently.
Okay, very good. Who else is here?
Hi, I'm Luca, cardiology registrar SD5 in Scunthorpe, Northeast.
Very good. Who else? Oh yeah.
Hi, I'm Khalil Ayman, IMT1 and academic clinical fellow in cardiology in the West Midlands.
Yeah, looked at
Very
what
good.
you sent.
Okay.
Okay.
Guys, mute yourself if you're not going to talk. But who else is here? Hello.
Hi, my name is Tawqeer Ahmed and I'm SD4 at Sunderland Hospital Cardiology.
Okay, very good. And who else? Yeah, I know Tawqeer.
Hi, I'm Gopaja. I'm a cardiology fellow at Ealing Hospital.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Gopaja, I've spoken to you as well. I haven't completely formed the groups yet, but we will in them probably by day after tomorrow. Okay. Who else is here?
I'm always cardiology SD5 clinical research fellow.
Okay, and who else? Anybody else? Okay. All right. We might as well start with the session. Now we're going to start with some basics stuff, and as promised, this is going to be more of a. Why is it doing that? Where's my presentation? Not customize this template. Oh wait, home. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, it's like MITT 786, that one. We can see that.
Oh yeah, here it is. It is. Yeah, I went to the. Okay. So first of all, what is a meta-analysis? Anybody want to tell me what a meta-analysis is? Guys?
Lots of studies together and then comparing basically the outcomes and see if it's relevant or not or significant. In a nutshell.
Very good, very good. Yeah, meta-analysis, to be honest, is an averaging technique. You can do a systematic review, you can do a meta-analysis. Meta-analysis is much better. But in essence, you take lots of studies and then we make a large number of assumptions, actually. And then we use these mathematical formulas, which you don't need to know about in detail. This is not a stats course. And I've got stats programs that will do all the heavy lifting for you. So you don't need to know this. Now, so meta-analysis is you use a averaging technique to pool data, and they're given different weights. Let me show you a quick video that is on this YouTube channel that we've created. Oh, 1 second. There's another person trying to get into the waiting room. 1 second. Let me try and admit them. Okay, let me start the video anyway. Let me know if you can hear it.
Yeah, we can hear.
You can see it as well, yeah? Okay. So weighting in studies are different. They're given weights depending on the quality and the size of the study. This increases the accuracy significantly. Yeah. For a much stronger conclusion. Okay. Oh, one more person to admit. Then my question is, Let me just go forward. No, why is it not going forward? Slide. 1 second. Let me admit one more person. 5 people have entered. Admit all. Okay, everybody's coming in now. Let me go back to this. Computers. What is a forest plot, guys? I want to quickly ask you, what is a forest plot? Guys? Anybody? What is a
Basically,
forest?
just put a specific outcome of all the studies you're looking at in a graph, and then see roughly where they stand in terms of whether it was significant or not. I'm not sure.
Absolutely, I've agreed. So a forest plot is a visual representation of the confidence intervals, and it depends on what we call a summary measure, which could be something like a risk ratio, which is like your chance of winning the lottery, or odds ratio, which is your chance of winning the lottery to your chance of not winning the lottery, or a mean deviation, which is like a difference in height. And these are then mapped, and then they have something called whiskers, which are their confidence intervals. Let me show you yet another video. If the interval crosses the vertical line, the results aren't significant. And the square, the bigger the square, the more important the study is. So if the diamond is, so if it's if it's toward the right, then it's significant. That means the drug works. If it's toward the left, then it doesn't work. Although it's the opposite for death. If your negative outcome, then it's the exact opposite. Okay, let me admit somebody else as well. All right, is that a bit clear so far? Yeah. All right. So now we've got the simple stuff out of the way. Let's move on to the more entertaining stuff, which. Let's move this slide along. Okay, let's try with this. So how do you find a topic?
Your friend John wants.
So we're going to go in video about how you find a topic for meta-analysis. That's a bit funny, but let's see.
To do a meta-analysis. He asks his professor and his colleagues, and they suggest lots of topics. Then he does the meta-analysis, but not published, as not enough papers and the wrong comparison. James, however, uses searching in PubMed to find a topic. He goes on advanced search and searches journal. He puts in the biggest journal in his field, leaving the search box empty. He then selects meta-analysis. Then he looks at meta-analysis done 7 to 3 years ago. He checks if 2 new papers and no new meta-analysis on the same comparison. James gets published and gets his reward.
What did you guys think of that? Anybody have any ideas on how you find a topic for meta-analysis? Guys? So the point is this. Meta-analysis, if somebody gives you a topic, often enough is a bad topic. This is very important to understand. That what you need to do is you need to do a meta-analysis, which there has been no meta-analysis in the area for last 2 years, and you find a new one. And the best way to search is you go to the biggest journal in your field. Let's say you go to JACC, Circulation, and see a recent meta-analysis. However, because we nowadays have ChatGPT available, I can tell you an even easier way. So what you can do is you can ask ChatGPT if they can search, use ChatGPT 4.0. If you can search for you, this is what I've been using recently. It works really well. If it can search for you, and we'll go into this in a few minutes so you can understand how to do a meta-analysis really, really quickly, yeah, really fast. And that is, I'll go through some of the techniques with you. So, but this is the older technique, which is basically, and it still works quite well. You go on PubMed, you find go to advanced search, you find a journal, you see what meta-analyses were published a few years ago, and if they were published in a big journal, that means you're very likely to get published again, because you don't want to do something so obscure nobody's interested in it, isn't it? You want to, like, if you go to your local M&S and think you know about fashion, but whereas you go to London Fashion Show, so you go to the biggest journal in your field and it knows which topics are hot internationally. Those are much more likely to get published, because meta-analysis, like everything else, you need to find a hot topic. You need to have new papers. Yeah, if you can, try and do RCTs. An RCT meta-analysis is much, much better. Okay, so now the next video. Forest plots again.
Forest plots. James blunders to the forest to look for a plot. He gets distracted and finds nothing. John is bright and looks at a book to find out. He finds that each paper is represented by whiskers. John pulls the whiskers to find the wider the whisker, the wider the range. He starts crying as something is missing, which is a box. John wants a bigger box as it weighs more, meaning it contributes more to the forest plot. John's bigger box has more participants in his trial, so has more
Generally,
weight.
yeah.
James has a smaller box, as has fewer participants in his trial, so has less weight.
Yes, pathetic box.
John remembered that the box is also affected by the range. James' range was too big, as his aiming box is small, but John's range is small, so the box is bigger.
This is very important, yeah, guys. So basically, this paper is bad, yeah, because it's got a very big range. So that means the box becomes smaller. So the box size, which is the weighting, which how important it is represented by both the number of, so it's the number of papers. The number of participants. The more participants, the bigger the box. The shorter the confidence interval, the bigger the box, because confidence intervals are bad, because that means your confidence is bad, is poor in the topic.
John gets the diamond, which is the summary of all the papers. John is so happy. James got nothing.
James was like me.
He gets distracted and finds nothing.
Okay, next one. Start with the funny stuff.
Mean deviation versus standard mean deviation. James the spider wanted to measure his webs, but was just a simple spider. James took the average of all the webs and then measured how much more or less each web length was from the average. James found this was called mean deviation. Some webs were 1 centimeter more, others 2 centimeters more, and some 1 centimeter less. So he wrote down on his legs 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, and minus 1 centimeter.
Guys, did you guys understand this? Is it clear to everybody? Yes? Any questions? Okay, but let's continue with the spider story.
Alan then came and tried to do the same thing, but had an issue. The problem was that another spider had also done the measurements. They were sometimes done in inches and sometimes in centimeters. He asked Alan, and he suggested converting them all into standard mean deviation. This would make the centimeters and inches comparable. This meant using a formula. He squared each of those mean deviation distances, so 1 squared is 1 and 2 squared is 4. He added up all the squared distances. 1 plus 4 is 5. He then divided the sum of the squared distance by the number of data points minus 1. So 5 over 1 equals 5. Then he got the square root of 5, which is 2.2. This now allowed him to turn both inches and centimeters into comparable data. James fixed his web and went out to have fun. Alan took too long and made some unwanted friends.
So guys, you don't need to know the formulas for standard mean deviation, but just keep in mind, there's a bit like the Rosetta Stone. So if you want to convert, let's say 1,000 years from now, somebody found that, Americans had written stuff in feet and we had written stuff in meters, and they didn't know how to convert. They could use the fact that things will always go on a specific range to convert them into each other. This is what we sometimes use. So in essence, you can convert different types of scales. This is usually quality of life scales into a single scale. Yeah, this is quite easy to do. Okay, let's go forward. One more.
(786) M3, the line of no effect. Mo and Adil were two parrots who hated each other. Adil said Mo had lost the plot by flying around the forest. Mo said the forest had a line of no effect. Mo claimed that if the diamond, which you see toward the bottom here, was to the right, the nuts were effective treatment. Please note the diamond is the sum of all the different papers in the meta-analysis. And he proved this by eating them and getting happy. If the diamond, which is again the sum of all the different papers in a forest plot, was to the left, the nuts were bad for you. Adil didn't listen and ate the nuts and felt horrible. If the diamond was crossing the line of no effect, you couldn't tell if the nuts were good or bad, so just eat something else. In this case, you cannot tell if the treatment works or not, as if the diamond touches the line of no effect. Adil had side effects. Mo ate a lot of nuts and became a cool, fat parrot.
Any questions about that story? Guys? One more. Before we do the fun stuff.
Nope.
Heterogeneity.
So did anybody have a question?
No.
No.
Ashok was an angry goat and liked to headbutt people everywhere. Amitabh was a calm goat and didn't go all over the place. Since Ashok had a different range every day, his heterogeneity was high. As you can see here, he is on each side of the line of no effect, and therefore his results are all over the place. Since Amitabh went to the same places as he was calm, his heterogeneity was low, and therefore all of these papers have similar ranges and therefore are more reliable as the heterogeneity is low. Ravi the Ram named a scale
called heterogeneity is the bugbear of meta-analysis. Now, meta-analysis is strength, it brings things together. It brings lots of paper together, and you are comparing apples to apples. But what if you're comparing apples to oranges, or another way to look at it, are you comparing olives to grapes? And if that's the case, then are you comparing the same treatments? Are you really comparing the same thing? Even though the papers might also know we're comparing the same thing, but it may be very different. And this is what is called heterogeneity. As you can see, the lines are all over the place. They're not similar. They're not on the same side even. So when your heterogeneity is more than 50%, you're in trouble because your meta-analysis doesn't really work. So then you have to, obviously you still do it, but you express this that, that results are all over the place. And then what you do is you take some of the papers out and see if that affects the papers a lot, and you express that, but the final result still has to be the forest plot with all the papers in. But you can do an analysis without some of the bad papers. But that is not your final result. That is something called a sensitivity analysis, in which what you do is you basically show that removing the paper might reduce the heterogeneity. This is one bad egg or one bad paper.
Called I squared after his horns. If it was more than 50%, then it is substantial heterogeneity. So the I squared is high here, and the ranges are all over the place. So this is more than 50% heterogeneity and therefore substantial. Ravi loved his I squared horns and then said if I squared less than 50% heterogeneity, then it is low to moderate heterogeneity, which you can see here. The ranges are all similar, and this is low heterogeneity, and therefore much more reliable meta-analysis. Amitabh married the goat princess and lived a long life eating grass in the same spots, and therefore had low heterogeneity. Ashok wandered into the goat market because his heterogeneity was too high and was never seen again. I think our dear reader has eaten him.
Okay, that's the end of the funny videos. Actually, did I have one more? Let me check. Oh no, there's one more.
Chi thought he was a superhero, but in reality, he was Captain Zero. She really was a superhero and loved real statistics.
Yeah.
Chi knew risk ratio, which he knew meant that his chance of actually saving someone was 1 in a million. He decided to use this for generating an analysis of superheroes for used observational papers. His paper got laughed at, as for observational papers, you use odds ratio. She knew that odds ratio means that if he saved one person and didn't get to save another 4 people, that would mean that the odds ratio is 1/4. Chi said odds ratio is 1 person saved over 4 dead. But she also said that risk ratio is 1 person saved out of a total of 5 people. So this includes both the alive and the dead people. He knew you use risk ratio for randomized control trial data, but odds ratio for observational data. This made for a great meta-analysis. She became a real hero. Chi became a real emoji.
Very good.
She thought he was a...
All right, guys. So now we'll do something called Bloquet. Now this is a game. Let me just link you to it. Where's Bloquet gone? Oh, here it is. My Bloquet. What we'll do is you guys can do the heterogeneity, which is quite an important. Oh no. Screening protocol you can do. Okay, let me just switch the thing to my screen. New share. Oh, there's are you guys asking anything in the chat? Oh, somebody said they will listen quietly. Okay. So then let me just do a new share. Chrome. So this one we can do the, let's do the, which one should we do? We should do the meta-analysis and protocol one. All right, guys, this is a game which we'll play. Wait, what do you guys, which mode do you guys want? Gold Quest, Crypto Hack, Fishing Frenzy, Pirates Wedge, Monster Brawl. Oh my God, there's lots of games there. Why don't we try Crypto Hack? Crypto Hack is always good. Okay, so this is a learning game, and then I will show you how to do a meta-analysis after this using my advanced tools, which are really, really advanced. Okay, so this one, you chosen this one. How do we do? How to go forward here? This is the game mode. 1 second. Oh, there. Okay, now I can reshare. Okay, so what you guys have to do is you have to, let me just start. Host now, time, crypto, 7 minutes. Host now. So you guys have to go to play.blockit.com and enter the game ID 823-350-505. 823-505. This is a fun learning game, and after that we'll get into the main meta-analysis. Yeah. Guys, so just go in to play.blockit.com. Can you see my screen, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Just get log in, go into that. And after this, I'll show you how to do a meta-analysis using ChatGPT, and you'll do your first forest plot. Wanna do it again? $7 million. 20. Well, we got 20 people then. Yay! See how many in the room? Is everybody in? Okay, 22. So you're nearly all in there. All right. Let's start the game. Use the password. Answer question. Mine is Victor. Hacker the place by pressing their password. Shift after 7 minutes wins. Come on, guys. Let's see how you guys do. Doing well. I'm posting some things in the chat which we'll use for the next exercise. Yeah? As he was winning, is EM. My God, he's literally beating everybody. Doing well. EM is still in the lead. Okay. Who's winning? 1 minute 38 seconds left, guys. Oh my God, there's 3 people in the lead. Okay, we're near the end of the game now. 35 seconds left. Oh my God, Ian has got an enormous. Okay, I've put some more stuff. Okay, are we finished? Yes, final standings. EM is 1, Mass is 2, and R is 4, MS, TA, YC, Venki Batch, Zakia SMT, Ash, She, Gori, MTA, HK, Nabila. Okay, now on to the interesting bit. Okay, let me just put one, let me copy in one file for you. And then we will now make our first forest plots. Do you guys want to know how to do a meta-analysis with ChatGPT first, or do you want to make your forest plots first? Guys, I will be guided by what you guys want.
Forest plots, maybe?
Forest plots, brilliant. So that's quite easy. So now if you go to the chat, in the chat is a file. The first one is the app called 786 Tiny Apps M377. Anyway, just copy that and go to that site. Then below that is all this text. Now you you basically take that and put it into a note in your computer. There should be Notepad, and save it as a pure CSV file. Yeah, as .csv file. Now CSV file is a file without any formatting, which works great with programming. And I will do this as well. We'll try and do this as well. I'll show you guys. But if you guys can do this, this is very important, because this is this 1400 line, well, it's 1400 lines of code of this insane program I will show you in a minute that can actually do an insane amount. Yeah, this can is absolutely psychotic. This can do nearly any type of analysis that you want. Yeah, it can do nearly any type of analysis that you want. It's ridiculous. It can do a forest plot, any style of forest plot. It can do any other type of plot you want. It can give you text results. It can give you all these weird Bourgeois plots and stuff like that, radial plots. Whatever plot you want under the sun is here. And it can do meta regression. It can do subgroup analysis. It can do the lot for you. So you need to save this as a .csv file. Yeah, .csv file, and then you go to this app which lives on the internet and is freely available. Anybody wants to use it, and is incredibly advanced. And then you can basically look at your forest plots and stuff. Now, let me see. This is a Chromebook. Whether I can create a CSV file on this. How do I create a CSV file on a Chromebook? I wonder if that's even possible. Can you guys still see can you guys try this? Yeah. And I will see if I can create a CSV file on a Chromebook. Which I've never tried before. files. Guys, anybody of you guys had tried this yet? Anybody? So you have to go down here and browse, and then you upload your CSV file. Guys, has anybody done it? As soon as you've done it, let me know.
I'm just trying to figure out how to save the file.
Point CSV. So you go to Notepad on your computer. It doesn't matter. You can save it as a TXT file for those who are using Macs, but it needs to basically, this is a file without any formatting whatsoever. This is very important because using this program, you don't need RevMan, you don't need anything. You don't need R. This can do anything. Well, most things. You can see it can do all the different combination methods. Don't mess with them too much because they're designed to be the optimal ones, the default ones. You can use any model. You can change your forest plot, you can change the color, you can change anything you want to it. You can label the axes, you can change the plot height, plot width, you can download it at high resolution, you can change the x-axis. You can do nearly anything you want with it. Okay, so but I need you guys to do this exercise to understand how easy it is using this program to do a forest plot. And this is the first one. Then we're going to do one which is more AI driven. I'll show you guys.
What do you save it as again? .csv.
.csv. You can save it as a TXT file as well. We still accept it.
Oh, okay, fine.
But this can do, you can do an ordinary forest plot, you can JAMA style forest plot, you can do a RevMan style RMA forest plot, you can do any forest plot you want. You can do all of these plots. Now, and this is very important because this also has a specific ability that is very, very advanced, which is that it can give you the meta text results. You can take these text results and you can put it into a GPT or translate them into English for you. Okay, whoever's managed to do this, can they share their screen and show us how they've done it? Let me see if I'm allowing you. Allow to share screen. What is that? Security setting. Yeah, so anybody who's done this, can they share their screen? Yeah, who's done it? Any questions about how to do it? Guys, any questions?
Can you explain once again? So I've downloaded it, and then the data you need to save it as a CSV file.
Yeah, it's a CSV file.
Okay, but then how do I copy and paste it into a CSV?
You go to Notepad on your computer. Notepad.
Yeah.
Notepad. To be honest, can be done on anything, even in Word, but Notepad is easiest. So you go find Notepad on your computer, and then you save it as point CSV file, and then you upload it here.
Okay.
This is important because
How
if you
do I
guys can.
share? I can't. How do I share?
Oh, let me do the sharing 1 second. Once I have to stop sharing.
Yes, sir.
What is it doing? Why am I stuck here?
I've never made CSV.
Oh, I know how to do it now.
Have
So
you
all you
done
have to
sharing?
do is when you save the document in the notepad, just add .csv at the end of the name of the file.
Yeah, .csv. .csv. Okay, let me. If anybody's done it, can they share their screen?
Yeah, I've done it, Mahmoud, but I can't share my screen.
Let me try. Allow participants to share screen. Lock meeting. How to prefer? Neighbor waiting. Allow participants to share screen. Okay, you should be able to share your screen now. You share screen now?
No.
Oh, you just enabled it. Allow participant. Oh no, wait. Now it should allow share screen. Okay, now you can share screen. Try that. Can you share screen?
No, I still can't share screen.
Why is it doing that? It's, because I've specifically enabled it to enable. Oh yes, somebody's.
Yeah, I tried to share it. I don't know.
Oh no, this is the proportions one. No, the first app. The first app.
Oh, okay.
Do the first app. Although this one works as well, but this is the second exercise. do the first app. Do you have the? Let me post that one again. The first app. Into Zoom chat. Are you able to do it? Yeah. Save.
I'm sharing my screen at the moment.
Yeah, this is the right file. And let me go to chat and put this in. This is the right app for that one.
Okay, so Mahmoud, I've got a forest block, but I can't share my screen. So I've tried to
okay.
cut and paste
I
it
think
into the
Mohammed
chat.
Abzebda, can you stop sharing your screen and then we can do it? Okay, now can you show? Now you should be able to show. Sure. Can you share your screen now?
I'm trying. I can't
Anybody
share
else?
screen.
Oh, sorry, don't worry. Anybody else managed to do it? Anybody else managed to do it? Can you share their screen?
Is this one?
Yeah, is this one? And then if you click on forest plot, go down, yeah, ordinary forest plot or JAMA, whichever one. So you click on ordinary forest plot first. Click on it.
Yeah, I click.
No, you haven't uploaded the CSV. Go to the left.
Oh, sorry.
Go to the bottom, bottom. More. Where it says CSV.
Upload CSV.
Yeah. Click on the button. Upload your CSV file. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Voila. You got your forest plot. Now you can do anything you want to. Now click through all the different things. So ordinary forest plot, click on that. Okay, ordinary forest plot. Then yeah, and then Revman style. If you just go scroll down as well when you do that.
Okay.
So you can see all the different types of forest, but this is not the limit of it. This can do astonishing stuff. Go. So it can do meta text results. Go click on meta text results. Now this is very important because you can take this, you can put this into a GPT, and this will write a sort of text result for you. I'll show you this. The next one we do can do this automatically. Okay, go up. Now this all sorts of plots are possible. You can do for example, if you click on heterogeneity I2 forest plot, go up. This one. Here it is. So these are basically shows that which studies are causing trouble, which is causing more heterogeneity. Yeah. And you can save it as poet.txt file on Mac. Yeah, I would agree with that. Okay, go up a bit. Up. I'll show you some more stuff you can do. So let's say you want to do go down a bit. There's a publication bias funnel plot on the left. Voila. And you can change the axis of this to make this wider, yeah? But this is publication bias, which means that too many positive trials are being published, and therefore that's affecting the results. So this shows you that. Then there is something else as well, which is that if you go to click on meta-regression text results. There's a very advanced technique called meta-regression. Meta-regression means you try and explain the heterogeneity using different things like age and sex and stuff like that. Okay, then do forest graph subgroup analysis. This is yet another thing you can do. You can do subgroup analysis. Forest plot subgroup, the last one. Voila. You can do in forest plot subgroup analysis. And this can basically do nearly anything you want. Yeah?
Yeah.
So this program, which I've designed and made freely available for all of you to use on the internet, is very, very advanced. This can do more than SPSS and Stata. There are similar programs. I'm not the only person who's written a program like this. Lots of other people have, and to be honest, in that sense, it's not that special, but it's easy to use. Yeah, and it's freely available. So is that all right, guys? Do you guys understand? These can all be downloaded. You can take the text results, but now let's go one step further. Let's go to one which is automatically designed to give you LLM output, which is a GPT output. LLM, I mean GPT output. So let's go to the next one. And if you go to the next program, the proportions one, if you go down, the proportions one, that one, this one, and then, so stop sharing your screen now. go to the proportions program, and then same thing, and upload CSV file. Exactly the same. Yes. And then whoever does it first, can they share their screen and show it to us? Okay, whoever's done it first, please share your screen. And we're near the end of the lesson, really, and I still have to show you the GPT stuff. It's fine. There's another 5 classes, so we'll have enough time to show you all this. Nabila, it's not trade. It's a game. It's supposed to teach you. Don't worry. Okay. All right. Whoever does this first, can they please share their screen? Notepad in MacBook, you can save it as a .txt file. Yeah, sorry. It can work in Word, everything else as well. Yeah. All right. Whoever's done this first, can they share their screen? The proportions one. Oh, wait. Is this the right file? Let me double check if I cut and pasted the right file. This doesn't look like the right file. No, I think this is not the right file. 1 second. Let me get the right file from ChatGPT. This might not be the right file. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Why is it being so slow? You know what happens? Oh, yeah. No, this is doing it wrong. No, this is wrong. 1 second. Let me just do this again. I think that file is not working. Reload. Let me give you a simple one. I'm just going to give you a simple file in a minute. Guys, just wait 1 minute. But you guys have gone to the app. Yeah, this one is designed with the Google Gemini output. So this one, what we'll do is it will. Oh God, why is it not cutting and pasting correctly? It's not cutting and pasting correctly. Sorry about this, guys. 1 second. I need to just cut and paste from it. Control C, 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 C. I'm just going to give you the right one. I didn't cut and paste it correctly. Sorry. Just 1 minute. Come on, work. Work. We might have to come back to this one. Because, so basically, this just needs a CSV file with author, event, and total. But my ChatGPT is causing trouble. Do it. Come on, boss. I don't know if it's frozen. It's just supposed to create a CSV file, but it's refusing. Okay, fine. Let's move on from that one because I just need to show you how I do this with the ChatGPT quickly. All right. But this one is very advanced, the proportions one. The proportions one, what it can do is that it will generate ready-made GPT input. Yeah, it will generate ready-made GPT input. In the sense that it will give you a written result section. It will give you a written result section, which is very, very advanced. Okay.
Are you sharing a file? I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, no, I know. It's the file itself. ChatGPT is dying on its feet. And I did generate the file before, the proportions one, but it's let me just see why it didn't cut and paste. Let me just give you the proportions one, maybe. No, that's the wrong one. Oh. Yeah, I think the proportions file I'll have to give to you a little bit later, because for some reason it refuses to generate it at the moment. Okay, don't worry. But that LLM is quite advanced. We can do it in the next lesson. But what it can do is that my ChatGPT for some reason is a bit frozen and will not give me the CSV file I generated before. Okay, don't worry about it. Now, let me just show you something important. Now, this is how meta-analysis will happen in the future and will be generated in the future. This is something you need to understand quite quickly. Now, first of all, ChatGPT is not a full-blown solution to all your problems, okay? Let me close one of these. This is the one being screened, yeah. Okay, so let's see. I don't know if something's happened. The computer is being really, the ChatGPT is being really slow. I don't know what's going on, because this usually doesn't happen. It's refusing to show anything. Okay. Now, this is an example of what I did. So there's something new called deep research. Now, deep research allows you to generate a full-blown paper. So you are allowed to do 10 a month. So I did this. I said coconut oil versus other oils for cardiovascular risk. And this, they asked me some questions. What are the specific outcomes, inclusion criteria, etc., randomized controlled trials, other oils, time frame. Now, I knew that this meta-analysis was viable, but I'll tell you why the GPT is helping me to do it so well. So then I came to the answers. Then it wrote me a full-blown paper. Now, the problem is initially I was quite impressed by this. My God, this is like a full-blown paper with all the stuff from RCTs and etc. And it even has forest plots. But then I was thinking about this, and then it became suspicious, because I thought, wait a second, how did this GPT get all the data? So the problem is sometimes what it does is it makes up the data. But this is still very useful, because why is this useful? It tells me which type of analysis are possible. And this is a struggle meta-analysis, that what type of struggle analysis are we going to do? It tells me that these type of analysis are possible, and glycemic markers, inflammatory markers, LDL, HDL. So it tells me all of the stuff that is possible. So now I've worked this out. Now this, you can even generate topics with this. You can find topics with this. You can go to either DeepSeek or ChatGPT and say, can you find me a recent meta-analysis done 2 years ago with new trials? And it'll find you a really nice topic. You can double check and triple check. But now what I did is that I now know, because of this, it's done all this work for me. Now I know at least the studies. I know that there are 11 or 12 studies. And what I do now is that I am now going to define the search in such a way that is, okay, I'm going to do a highly specific search, which will bring me only a small number of studies and include all the studies that I want. So this is a cunningly designed search that will give me only 100, 120 abstracts. So this one had too few, 20. So I said, no, this is naughty, this is too little. So I said, no, just increase it. I want 70 to 110. So then it's redoing it, and then with the filters, and now I've got the right number of abstracts, 70 to 110. So this allows my team to save an enormous amount of time, because what can happen is that in stage one, what you do is now you've established that these are the papers that can be included. These are the type of analysis that are possible. So what you do is you refine your search in such a way that you don't have to do much work. So then you have a person who's your screening lead. So that person will lead screening and will basically run the search. And then you will all do the screening, but the screening is not very big. So this has saved you a ton of time already. Let's say you established a specific search strategy. Then what I'm doing is it wrote a whole paper for me. Now I'm saying, oh, data extraction. So this is an exact file for only the data that we need. Yeah, it will give me. So it's trying to fill out the CSV file. I didn't like that because I don't want ChatGPT generated data. So what I said is just give me a CSV file, which is basically empty. I want an empty file. Yeah. So this has got all of it, empty file with outcome data, with all this. I mean, in this case, I generated 2 files. One is for study characteristics. The other one is for outcome data. But this now, I will only extract exact data in that. You can use this with Notebook LLM or ChatGPT, and you can look at the PDFs once you've finished your screening phase, and then you can use that to search the PDFs and basically find the data. It allows you to search PDFs. So both ChatGPT and Notebook LLM. I personally prefer Notebook LLM, but most other people seem to prefer ChatGPT because you can say, can you find me all this information various places in the PDF? It will show you, it will save you a ton of time. So then you come to the analysis phase. Now, the analysis phase, what you can do is you can take this data, and this data you can convert using ChatGPT into a CSV file that you can put directly into the app I showed you earlier. So if you understand this, you will save a ton of time there. First of all, you've used this to establish viability. Then you use this to establish that a small search. Then you've used this to help you extract the data, and you have used this program that I created to do the analysis, and then you can take that output and you can pass it through ChatGPT, and then it will give you translate all the mathematical stuff into English, which you have to rewrite. You can't use that, because it's GPT generated, but you can rewrite that to basically. I have tons of GPTs for everything, so you can rewrite that as a result section. Now, then you come to my GPTs, and this is the final bit where you're just going to end the class here. But I have a ton of GPTs, that can help you with risk of bias. I've got a screen there, but I don't use it. And then risk of bias. Risk of bias is the quality control, but these GPTs will help you do it. It saves a lot of time. And then there's some games you can play, but not necessarily. These show you. But there is a results GPT, which what it will do is that it will help you with your results. Basically, what will happen is you can take the text result, pass through it, and translate it to English. So RR is 1.3, and confidence interval is 0.7 to 1.3. What does that mean? So it tells you in English what that means, and then you can help that without having a statistics degree how to write a proper results section. Yeah. So this is another assistant. This is for your protocols. If you have a meta-analysis protocol, use the 4.0 version because it's gone through multiple versions. It's quite important. Now, this you can use ChatGPT as long as you declare it, because a protocol is not a peer-reviewed article. It is just a protocol. So you can say, as long as you declare you use ChatGPT, you can use this for your protocol, which you need to publish on Shiny. But I've got all these assistants. In the intro one, they don't write it for you. What they do is they give you they will give you the references and the codes, and then you write your own intro. Yeah, do you guys understand? This is a ton of stuff that can help you or do your meta-analysis ridiculously fast. Yeah. Anyway, I'm talking for a long time, guys. Any questions? Any questions, guys?
Yeah, I've got a question. If I can have the floor. Is there a catch? Has anybody published in a peer-reviewed journal yet using ChatGPT or AI to do a meta-analysis? I mean, what are the existing rules?
Yes, this is so. This comes to the ethics of ChatGPT. So the answer is that you cannot, at the moment, do any sort of meta-analysis completely with ChatGPT. So why am I recommending you guys use these tools? You are trying to use these ethically. So, for example, I'm helping it to sort out my screening, but I'm not screening using a GPT. I'm screening using humans. For the data extraction, I'm using only GPT to search through PDFs. I'm not using it. You have to declare this, but you're not using ChatGPT to do the data extraction. You are using it to search PDFs, and you are personally checking that. Yes. The same is true of risk of bias. The same is true of the result section, because it translates it into you use the app, which is R code. Now that is all validated, and then you use it to help you write your intro discussion and stuff like that. But again, it's only bringing you some reference. You have to be careful with the intro and the discussion, because some people told me it has a tendency to hallucinate. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, you're using ChatGPT as an assistant. You have to be very careful. This is still all human driven. None of this process is without a human. Yeah. You're using it like a word processor, because you have to remember, you have to be very careful with AI. AI has a tendency to hallucinate. Now, hallucinations are very dangerous. It can tell you you're living on Mars, for example. Okay, guys, I've got finally the CSV, the file for the last bit. Okay. And I want you to save this CSV file and do it the proportions. Yeah, try this in the CSV file, and then whoever can do it can share it first, and then we'll stop. And any more questions in the meantime? Yes, but I would agree that you have to declare it. The answer is not going to stop you getting published as long as you are clear that you had a human in the machine, in the sense that it was all human. Just using it as like a search tool or to refine things. But you do have to declare it. It will not stop you from being published. Yeah? We are not using, this is you have to be, I'm very clear on this. We are not using ChatGPT to do the analysis, because I showed you a full deep research paper and whatever. I don't trust it at all. But it helps me do my analysis.
No, but you have to allow to share it again.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, allows sharing screen.
It's still not happening.
Still not happening. Can somebody else try? Oh, wait. I'm going to stop my share. That's why. Okay, now you can do it. Yay. Now this is important. Go to the LLM bit. No, not this one. The next tab. The next tab.
Which one? Oh, heterogeneity.
Actually, no. Go to meta-analysis result. That one.
Okay. Yeah.
Now this is going to show you. Oh, somebody. Oh, it says recent published papers got 100. Search me on PubMed. Got tons of papers. Okay. All right, guys. All right, we're gonna finish now because somebody else needs to use my computer. Okay. All right. No problem. Thank you. All right, finished. Okay. Bye.
Thank you.